All right, time for the hill test. You hear the drone in the sky. Sorry about that, but it's going to give us an extra shot. I'm standing here on the bypass line, so we haven't done that in all our videos yet, but as you can see, it's a little bit easier to get up to, a little bit less rutted out, not as big of a step, and there's not any loose gravel, versus we come over to here. This is our normal line, and you get some pretty good ruts that we have now. We got loose rock and this step. I'm going to show you this step. This step is pretty steep, so normally like that, and then you get to the step and you got to be able to get over. You need a good approach angle, you need good tires because of the loose rock, and that's kind of hard to get up. Not every car can do it. So those are the two hills. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Brian and let him explain all the off-road goodies of the Seltos. Ready, Brian?
Take it. All right, glad Craig covered that. Yeah, just so for those that are wondering, that hill is a over 22-degree climb with a 46-degree step on it. Pretty big deal. Keep that in mind. Talking about that, one of the most important things on the Seltos is the approach angle. Look how steep that is. That is really incredible. In case you're wondering, that is 28 degrees of approach angle. Same for the rear, 28 degrees of departure. Just for reference, a Tundra TRD Pro, the new off-road truck, is about 23. That's really, really a big deal. And also, it's playing in the realm of Subaru. Think Crosstrek. In terms of ground clearance, it's almost as high. This is just over 7 inches of ground clearance, which is better than you think. It's about where most two-wheel drive trucks hang out. Not upset with that at all. And again, the rear departure angle is also 28. What might get it hung up, it's a breakover. So luckily we have the bypass line. May come into play, but I hope not. Also, let's see how this dual clutch does in the hill it may give up to.
All right, very good, Brian. So I think it's going to make it up the hard one, and the reason I know that is because there's this all-wheel drive badge here. You see all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive advertised in the car, it's got to make it, right?
Not at all.
All right, so what are you going to do in here? We do have some goodies to play with.
We do. There's not an off-road mode, but I am going to turn off traction control because I want to have some wheel spin and let that transmission breathe, because it's a dual clutch. This is not a torque converter.
You don't want it slipping. You want to.
I want to engage and maintain. That's our best bet.
You'd rather have wheel slippage than transmission slippage.
Exactly. We have had these things at different events overheat that dual clutch and say, no more, buddy, you got to take a break. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to use a parking brake where I need to. It's a manual one that actually helps out. And we're going to lock the center diff lock.
And you're in normal mode, smart mode, or sport mode?
I'm in normal mode because I don't want it changing itself in aggressiveness. There's not an off-road mode. There is hill descent, but we're not using that. We're just going up on this today.
Do you think it'll make it?
I'm really nervous, actually.
Transmission's making you nervous.
That's my nervousness is the heat up on that. So we'll see.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to get up there and see what happens. I'm kind of with Brian. That transmission makes me a little nervous, although, like you said earlier, I'd rather have it in the CVT. But let's see if it overheats or not. It's kind of warm today. It's 95 degrees, and we're going to test it out. So we're coming up to that step. Transmission's already struggling. It's gonna be hard to move smooth on this. You're good. You're good. Okay, we're really close on this side. Let's see. Maybe back up and go that side a little more. Just a little bit. You're trying to avoid this. So really having trouble not having the low range gear. It's really hard to go smooth up this. Okay, looking like we're okay now. Well, the nose is good. We're gonna go back real slow because now you come over this way and there's a rock there. So yeah, back up that way. There you go, you're safe. You're clear now. This side right here is a problem. I have to bump this a tad. I think we're okay. Traction control? Okay, now he's got traction control on. Let's see if that helps. It's not applying much. It's struggling. Okay, so hang on. Let's talk to our driver here. See what we got. Brian, what's going on here?
That's pretty complicated. So you can't left foot brake and load like a torque converter and get a little energy to exert yourself up.
Right.
And that's the downside of a dual clutch, actually.
Yeah.
If it's a manual transmission, you can feather that clutch on your own, but the computer's trying to get this thing working off of really road conditions. It's not meant for this.
No low range transfer case and no system designed to actually do this for real.
Right.
It's just too big of a step. It's just.
Do you think so?
I think it's just too much for it to handle.
Is there another, if there's another line I can take to try and get up, I'm willing to do it, but.
I don't know that there is. You're safe on this line. I think your problem is tire. More than anything.
Let's try one more roll in.
Okay.
And that's, if not, we'll go to the back.
Okay.
Bypass.
Okay, here we go. May have to do the bypass, but approach angle's good on this though. Again, that's a big step. Okay.
Doesn't like that.
Well, we're
Are we high center?
Let's see here. Yeah, it's not liking that. That side's on the ground. Let's see. Yeah. So breakover not the best.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna walk back.
Okay.
Walk that
Easy. Doing good. Just go slow and you'll be fine, I think. You're good. You're good. Made it. Okay, so you did actually get it up over the step with the approach angle. That was good.
Yeah.
But then what happened?
We found the underbelly pan really quick.
Underbelly, it was definitely on it.
Yeah.
Probably could have, if it was our car, we could have pushed it.
I am convinced if I roll it back to just the crest and floor, it would have bounced up, but I do not want to damage Kia's car.
Or if you had a inch taller tire on here or body lift,
yeah, maybe.
then you're up and over that probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's climb the bypass and we'll
Okay.
wrap it up.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, so bypass, not a problem.
Not a problem. We took an interesting line off of that. We can tell you the chassis is really stiff. It has no problem picking a tire up, and there's just no flex in this thing. I love that a lot. That's the hot hatch part of this thing. But as we've said on the road test, it's more high hatch than it is crossover, and we just figured that out right now. Approach and departure, really impressive. Breakover, not so much.
Right.
And you brought a good point up earlier on the front end, Craig. You talked about tire being an issue. That really was a problem. It's not going to bite this thing like a proper all-terrain would.
Right.
So, all being said, I think it's still going to get you to your Instagram campsite really well without a problem, but it's not going to do well in Moab. So,
agreed.
Fair point, fair enough.
So Kia has made some fun off-road concepts of this. Those would make it because they have the tire and the body lift.
Right.
You're in business. Most people don't do it, so it doesn't matter.
And I'll admit, as much as I love the dual clutch, it's not really good for this.
Right.
So.
With that, Brian, thanks for watching. Check out all the socials. You know where to go? Socials. That's what the cool kids say.
Yep.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
All right, Brian, we've got one more feature we haven't tested in this car.
Oh, that's right.
That is downhill assist control.
Hill descent control.
Because there's going to be a lot of people in the Seltos. They've taken their Instagram picture, they got their tent up, and but what's happened is they've got to go down the hill.
We'll get there, don't worry.
And for some reason, they didn't need any uphill assist, but they do need assist going down.
Right. Yeah.
So Kia has thought of that, and they've got a button here for downhill assist. We're going to do that, and it's going to get us down the bypass hill.
Okay.
And just talk us through it.
It's on. Okay.
It's on.
So
okay, show us.
buttons right here. Look in this bottom right corner.
On.
Hill descent's on, and the center diff is also locked. Not that we need that. And not that I think it does much.
No, but let's see how this works here.
All right, let's go for it. I've got them just drive. We're not doing anything crazy.
Okay.
A lot of times you can hold a gear going downhill if you have like a low range, but that's not the point of the hill descent. Let's just see what it does.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's going to work off of.
Probably can't adjust it.
Nope. All right, it says it's working.
Okay, it's
now,
on.
Look where we're going. This is the steepest decline.
Pretty
Here's
steep.
the crest.
Here it is. And okay.
Okay, that was brakes, by the way. That wasn't dragging.
Pretty fast down the hill though.
Yeah, I wish I could crawl that better.
Yeah.
Other off-road vehicles let you adjust with the cruise control button how quick you want to go down the hill, but you know, it worked.
I mean, there you go. So
Instagram approved.